You can see that when I click on these push buttons, it's going to bring me to settings, and it's going to take me to the settings component, which I added down here. So I'm going to just leave that for now, since we have already seen how we can register a component. So simply come here, create a little bit of components here, then you can add it to your register component. Then for us to make use of that, we just have to come over here and bring in a button. Then down here, we can just bring in the button. And the button is going to have a title of, let's say, let me use what we used here. It's going to say push, but I'm just going to make this capitalized. Push settings on screen. Then beneath that, we are going to bring in the on press. Just going to be like when you click on a button, just like on click, it's going to accept a callback function. Then we're going to make use of the navigation. Because we are pushing this into the current stack, we can make use of the navigation and the push. Then it's going to give us a props.component ID. Just a default ID is going to provide for each separate component that you push or you are making use of in your route. Then over here, we can now specify the component you want to use. The name of it is going to be settings. So pretty well, you know how we defined our components here. So that's exactly what you're making reference here. Then beneath that, we have to pass an options, just like we did here. Yes, you can pass options. Maybe you can style the title bar or anything you want to do. Of course, if we push and this kind of white sometimes is awkward, but you can as well push your style, or you can define them separately on your component files if you have different files of components. But as we progress, we are going to really understand more of that. So I'm just going to reference the top bar. Same thing we did for the home component. Give it a title of text of settings component. So once we added this button, the only thing we did was to to create a new component. Let me just get rid of this here. Create a new component, register the component. Then from here, we can have access to those components. So I didn't add a quote here. So I didn't add a quote, but that's fixed. Then you can just push to our current stack. You're just going to come down simply here and add it to this place. It's just same thing like when you are registering a stack. So if we take this out from here and still come down here and register a certain stack, it's still going to behave exactly like this. So right now, let's just run this app to see the outcome. So let's give it a couple of seconds. It's not going to take time because everything has been bundled already. So guys, don't forget to hit the like button and also the subscribe button. So we're almost done. And actually it's uploading this on my cell phone, which I don't really like. But let's just leave it for now. So we can see that on our emulator on the screen, the app is installed. It says it's Wix navigation. Oh, my cell phone memory is very low, so sorry guys for that delay. I'm just going to run this again. That's why I told you I don't like it, because I know it's going to eat up my phone memory. I have a lot of files on my phone. So let's just give it a couple of seconds again. So guys, I will also recommend you to watch most of my React Native courses. It's really insightful and really educative. You can watch one of that to really learn a lot of things on how you can use React Native, and also connecting Redux with React Native. I did that. So you can really watch, take your time on my channel to see what I've built so far. And I'm also coming up with something very, very nice, but I'm not going to say it now. But very soon you're going to see that after this series of Wix React Native Navigation, I'm going to come up with something that we can build together. Then you can have it uploaded on Play Store and you can make money with those things. So let's just give it a couple of seconds again. And I don't think it's wasting time. It's coming. So guys, sorry for the delay. Yeah, it's kind of trying. Or maybe I'm gonna pause this. Once it's done, then we can resume what we were doing. So I'm just going to, for now, pause the video. So we have that installed, and you can see that it's loading, and we have our Metro bundler responding. Then you can see that we have push settings on the screen, same thing that we type down here. And we have our own CSS that we did specify. I think I did specify CSS here. Okay, I didn't specify CSS for this component, so that's exactly why it's using a default button CSS. So we can actually style that when we come over to button, but don't mind for now, we are not focusing on the CSS aspect of this. So that's how we can push a route in our stack. So when I click that, it's saying component ID, I think. No, it was not found. The stack was not found. I don't know why. Let me kind of check. So guys, please, sorry. It says the stack was not found. We did register it, and so let me not just delay you guys again. I'm going to make available the codes and the fixes on GitHub so that you can have access to it. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and also the subscribe button.